Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as the Brazilian Socialist Republic. We are Communist Brazil, and World War II started basically because of us, maybe. I don't know, I'm going to take credit for it. It's the Allies against the Comintern. It's 1938. It's a little bit early for that kind of thing, but we're going to see what we can do. We have taken Venezuela. We're currently fabricating against Bolivia. From the last episode, because I've had a little bit of time to think, we've split up our troops here. Yes, Bolivian sovereignty. I've got some still going to Bolivian front, but I've got a few more people that are going to hang out in the north. I just gave them the garrison duty for now, because we're going to do some naval invasions of these islands. I think that's going to be quite nice. Although it turns out there's actually someone sitting here. I was not expecting that, and most likely we're not going to be able to punch through. Not with the penalties going on. That's almost certainly going to be the case. Although you don't have a ton of organization. If I were to throw some extra dudes in there, like you, and a little bit more... Oh, now they've got two guys all of a sudden. What? Alright, that's okay. We can do some marine invasions. We'll probably do something like that. Mechanical computing is done. Get the research discount. It's 1938. I think I'll go for the next research discount as well. Normally, we'd want to start with those initially, but what we did is I wonder if I'm trimming a few more guys off this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But what we did is we... quickly rushed some techs that were going to be key for our early invasion, which worked out, but now we've got to play a little bit catch up in our tech. What I think I want to do is I'm going to grab some of these guys and make an explicit little naval invasion force. Maybe like these three. That's what I'm going to do. And you'll actually get the level 4 general. And then the level 3 general will go to the red team over here, and then purple can have the level 1 guy, even though it's not going to do very much. Okay, so this is going to be our naval invasion group, which I'm going to put as a dark blue, so it stands out a little bit more. And for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get you to join up over here, and you're just going to stop attacking, since clearly that's not going to work. And you know what? Let me add you to the dark blue group. Everyone stand here. We'll see if the 4 of us... that would be a little bit tricky. Where can we do a naval invasion from? Here to there, maybe. Alright, I like that. We're going to do that. Get in place. 28 days. Maybe it should be a smaller one. You know what? We're going to make it a little smaller. It's going to be, yeah, you 2 divisions, which is going to take you 14 days. I like that a lot more. And you guys... Actually, I might get you to stop here so no one can cross over. Just explicitly defend this little straight crossing area. That's not a terrible plan. I was going to do a secondary naval invasion, but I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. With this teal squad, I'm going to get them to stand right there. This other teal squad is currently garrisoned in our capital. Right, and there's a naval invasion. We've heard word of a naval invasion coming this way. Now, a lot of times this doesn't actually do anything, but maybe this time. We do have a Naval Patrol over here. Yeah, let's pick up the division defense right now. I think that's going to be good. Alright, so you guys are going to go. You're still prepping. There we go. It's going quite quickly. We are at a pretty high speed, which is nice. Insufficient intel over here. Now, I have, like, no planes, right? But Caribbean Sea. So on this sea zone, this naval zone, if we look at all bases, sort by distance, Zulia is the closest, but it's still way too far. Technically, wow, negative 97%. But we might be able to get a bit of intel still. So I'm going to fly some planes over there, because why not? So you guys are going to go in 3 days. Excellent. There's probably still 2 dudes sitting there. Indoctrination is done. And our interwar artillery as well. So, all right, we've got the research slots. I think, oh yeah, we're going down here to eventually reach technology trading, which seems like a pretty good idea. So we're going to pick up political commissaires. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to save my political power until political commissaires finishes, and then we're going to go up to extensive conscription, sort of as one go. I mean, you can do it in 2 steps. It doesn't actually matter. But, I mean, we have manpower right now. There's no reason to rush it. Oh, yeah, research slot. So, interwar artillery. So that's good, actually, because we use artillery pretty heavily. It's too early to go for improved artillery. We've got our land doctrines going on. We don't have any sea or air research going, but that's probably okay. Actually, I say that. Maybe we should unlock Fighter 1 and maybe the Naval Bomber as well. This is one way we can protect our shores from what is going to be a vastly superior, especially British Navy, for example. That's not a bad idea. Alternatively, I could get support weapons here for just some extra bonuses in general, which ain't bad. At some point I need to unlock motorized so that we can get the good support battalions over here. But you know what? I think Fighter 1 and then the Naval Bomber 1, that's entirely the route we're going to go here. So let's get that going. Which, to me, says... Why don't we get... So Naval Bomber range attack, air research time -10. Fighter agility and max speed. Fighter agility and speed is incredibly important for air spirit. It's probably better than anything else. In any case, we're going to grab one of these guys for the air research time. Now, I don't know if we have to reset this, and I think we do. So let me switch to this. I mean, there's no real cost to doing that. Maybe it doesn't matter. Alright, it's probably fine. Okay. Unknown ships. Alright, British fleet. We have an admiral, although I don't think he's particularly strong. We got heavy cruisers, light cruisers, destroyers. They've got a couple of convoys. Oh, this is probably the invasion force. Can we face that? We've got 2 battleships. They're only level 1. And no real doctrine, although Great Britain at this point won't have much in the way of doctrines. Okay, they have 2 battle cruisers. Battleships are more powerful than battle cruisers, but overall they have superior numbers and most likely a better organization. No intel to actually make the move over here. Yeah, skill 3. It's not bad, actually. But, yeah, we are being obliterated. There goes our screening element. We're not really doing any damage to them. And they're just focusing firing on us while we're trying to take care of some of those. Yeah, we got our warning because our big ship was heavily damaged. Alright, so what's the final tally over here? So we lost a battleship, 3 destroyers, only took out 1 destroyer. On the other hand, we hopefully did enough damage to their fleet that they might just piss off. I guess I'm going to tell these guys to stop. Don't invade quite yet. You're still ready for it. We're going to hope their fleet goes away. Now we're going to say go. Yeah, or maybe what we'll do is counter their actual landing. You guys, yeah, get in there. This is where they happen to be landing. Holy crap. That is some luck that we had someone right in the right direction place. And this is mountains and stormy. And of course, they've got the naval invasion penalty. They may not even have real Marines. Yeah, with that penalty there, those are not actual Marines. Those are just regular infantry that they are landing. And then there's a bunch more that are trying to land somewhere. Where are they landing? They will arrive somewhere. Yeah, okay. So you guys are going to join the garrison crew. And the garrison crew is going to run out over here. That's a lot of dudes coming our way. A lot of dudes. And you guys are going to stay there. And yeah, what I'm going to do for the garrison is... No. That's not what I want to do. Toggle off. Do that. That's going to be fine. But yeah, then intentionally tell you to run in this general direction here. Because we would like to be... Ah, shit. That is not good. Cancel all your orders. You are now setting up a defensive perimeter around here. Halt your movement. You guys stay there. And the Bolivian group, you're not doing that. You're coming over here. And I'll get you guys to all reset, so everyone will come in this direction. I mean, it's still bad terrain for them. They will get some attrition, although we're getting lots of attrition as well. Which is kind of surprising to me. Cannot build infrastructure in foreign territory. Wow. And Bolivar is really low infrastructure. Let's get it up to a 4. Get up to the top. That counts as foreign territory now? We've really lost that much? Oh, thank you for attacking me where I've actually got more troops. Now, they're probably going to get more reinforcements to join that battle, or maybe not. And actually, they're not being attritioned as much as I would like to see. Oh, and there's another naval invasion here. Luckily, that's been fought back. Wow, they are invading hard. I guess that makes sense. Normally, you don't see a lot of these overseas invasions because people are way too busy. But there's not a real World War III, or World War II, rather, going on right now. don't suppose you can get there first. Oh, some of them went away. They must be transporting somewhere else. Another naval invasion down to the Amazonas. So yeah, that's probably where they're going. Oh, yeah. Right, of course. Then I'm just going to split you off and get you to stay in this province. Actually, I will get you to rush to this province so that you're standing on likely where they're going to want to invade, because that has the naval base. Okay, you can just finish that move. That's going to be fine, because clearly that's going to get beaten back regardless. Oh, they did naval invade over here, but that should be okay. You guys start that attack, which should be fine, and then go over there, which should also be fine. Okay, they haven't actually landed here yet. Good. So Bolivia, I think it's in January that we're fabricating the claim. Naval invasions here have ceased for now. Could draw a front line instead of using garrison stuff. That doesn't have a port, so it's probably not too trivial or too critical. I'm going to tell everyone to halt their old orders. No, except for you, you're going to come over here. Okay. So we're going to have to do a lot of babysitting our lines here, which is going to impact our ability to attack more. But on the other hand, we are training up the next level of infantry. In fact, these could be deployed now. They're just missing some support equipment, which isn't so bad. Let's get another group of these guys going up. And the new troops... Where are they? Down here. Okay. Well, I guess we'll make you into an army. And we will assign you over here. But that's still not enough to quite go on the attack. You can spawn there. And you're going to join that army when you spawn. So we'll at least try to get something going on. Oh, they're back over here. Seriously? I think I'm going to have to take my guys off garrison duty and manually keep them in places where we have a port. Because otherwise they don't seem to do what I want. Like, you're going to go there. You're going to go here. We'll figure out the rest of you soon. Just let one more show up. Oh, is there no one on that island anymore? There may not be. These may have been the troops, which would be quite good for me. Come on, get in there. Go, go, go. Well, after we go and push these guys off, assuming we can, which actually they have a lot of numbers here, and these are mountains. Alright, halt. Get an offensive line, so at least we'll start getting a planning bonus, and we'll try to hold them in there. There's not another naval... Well, that's not true. There's a naval invasion planned over here. You guys are going to go there, which is fine. You two are going to make your way up over here. And you're just going to hold on to that. Radio, actually, is going to help a fair bit. We don't need to rush up the radar stations, but the radio does help with the reinforcement rate. It is 39 now, so first thing we want to do is probably the concentrated industry, but we definitely want to work our way up industry again. Can't believe we're getting attrition here. And we are going to assign our planes to actually give us some air superiority over this zone instead, which will give us a bonus in combat. We'll get a few more numbers going on here. We should have the combat with them. Although attacking to the window, the mountains into someone who's entrenched is going to be difficult. Okay. I'll put you in group purple, actually. Oh. Damn, they're landing a lot of stuff over here. And they're still planning on landing something else, too. Is this Belgium? Belgium's involved. Goddamn Belgium. You're not even a real country. What are you doing here? Alright, we're going to have to ignore the Bolivian front. Mobile defense. Hey, our first land doctrine. Okay, not our first land doctrine. Support battalions get more soft attack, more organization. More soft attack, more organization. This is recovery rate. No, we want the soft attack. It's going to be very, very, very useful. Political commissaires. Going to do that. Ideological fanaticism, which actually has some nice bonuses there. And we have... Oh, still not quite enough political power to actually change to the full manpower laws. And we're not out of manpower, so we don't have to rush it or anything. Fall of Cairo. So, that means the Axis are... So, the Allies are at war with both the Axis and the Comintern. And that is good to know. I was hoping they'd provide more of a distraction than they are. Justification, which we're going to want to use before we get those penalties. Oh. There we go. Lots of people are going to be joining the Allies right now because the Axis are causing trouble. Alright, you guys are going to hold things over here, which is good. And I don't like that they're not being attritioned over here. I can't believe they're getting that much supply in. Hell, I'm getting some attrition on the other side. It's crap. So we're going to need... How come these guys are not strategically redeploying? It's such a long way to go. It makes no sense whatsoever. That's going to be a tough fight going into the mountains with that dig-in. But we're going to try to get as much prep bonus as we can. And honestly, I'm somewhat tempted to start doing some exercises, but if they counterattack at that point, then that would be very bad. But I don't like the fact that these guys are green. We have some free dockyards. Probably not convoys. I mean, submarine harassment, I think, is actually the our route to the future, so we'll go ahead and throw that down. That's going to be fine. There's a little bit of air support. I'm actually surprised that... Yeah, I guess they're all in the same zone. Zulia is 0 kilometers because it's in there. Although, I don't know if this matters, but I actually would prefer you to be in Miranda, which is this one here, right? Because that's actually closer to where this fighting is going to happen. I don't think it's relevant, but we're going to do that. We're nearly at our 300 that we need for our new conscription laws. Oh, there we go. There's the attack. And you might hold it. I mean, they've got some extra forces, but they have massive penalties against them. Just going to throw in some extra dudes, just in case. Although it takes forever to get anywhere. It's green and not a whole lot of progress. There we go, they got cancelled. Excellent. Halt. Strategically redeploy. Alright. Team Purple. We'll let these guys regroup. And get a little bit more planning bonus, of course. But mostly I'm just waiting for the full organization, which I'd say is about now. Alright, your go. Go for ejecting these people. Now, the AI really should counterattack over here to weaken these guys. And start a multi-front attack. We don't have all of our troops fighting right now, but we will be able to continuously reinforce as the first ones fall. We've got a lot of combat with, so we actually can throw a lot of people into this battle, which is good. Eventually, these guys will weaken. Cavalry's not going to be that strong at defending, so they're not going to add quite as much strength, although they do have a good amount of defense nonetheless. Mountains, dig in, all that stuff. All right, we're going to change our conscription to extensive, giving us almost 2 million people more that we can recruit. We also have the air superiority, which is good. And yeah, they're starting to run very low on organization. So we're going to go and bop them off. And it should be a stack wipe. Although we don't have much more for reinforcements, but I'm sorry, did you have a fleet of 128 ships over here? And planes, aircraft carriers? Well, there goes the rest of our navy. Holy crap. I mean, not literally, not yet, but holy crap. That is very unpleasant. Alright, so that's naval combat, but there's not another naval invasion right now. There we go. These guys are starting to get killed. Awesome. Alright, now, you're going to halt your commands. You're going to group up over here and be prepared for an attack. Actually, I'm going to get you to run the attack up to there. But get in position first. Kick them out of South America. Poor large ships. That's okay. We knew the Navy would probably go away at some point. And we'll have to go to, like, pure submarine harassment of convoys, basically. Although I suppose I could have changed some of our engagement rules to avoid things a little bit more extensively. Oh, you're still docked. That's interesting. We do have our submarine flotilla, and then you're over here. That's all right. Just park, and what I will do is I'm going to just normalify your commands. There you go. And just do that. Just stay parked for now. Docked for now. You can park boats too, right? I don't know. Okay. Get in position. Some of them are going to back up. Actually, they're really going to back up, which is interesting. And there's another naval invasion starting there. Well, let's go ahead and do this attack. And what I want to do is grab one more guy here and split you off into your own thing. Actually, you don't have to be part of an army. I'm just going to detach you and send you over here. I don't want them to, like, auto-deploy themselves based on garrison or whatever. I want him to just physically stand there, because that seems to be where they're decided to attack me over and over. Hell, and a naval fortification might be handy. Ideological fanaticism is done. Getting some nice bonuses, but more importantly, technology trading +1 research slot. It's going to make a huge difference to us catching up in our tech. Alright, we're going to push through there, take that. German Reich claims Memel. The more trouble the Axis cause over in Europe, the more the Allies will be distracted. I mean, at some point we'll have to fight the fascists too. Oh! And they landed over here, speaking of being distracted. Still, I think we should be able to turn around and contain them again. Come on. Actually, very many of these people are not fighting right now, so I should actually not even engage with quite this much numbers, but that's going to be fine. Da-na-na-na-na. Come on. Finish this goddamn attack. We got stuff to do. Yeah, that naval attack penalty is really bad, but they're almost non-existent. There we go. Alright, halt. Get in here. And get an offensive line to retake that. That's not our core territory, so this will have zero impact on our, capitulation or anything. But it's a wee bit annoying. Excellent. In fact, I'm going to tell them... Ooh, fighter 1, nice. We also need to get our naval bombers. I'm going to tell them to start the attack, actually. We're going to try to push in here as quickly as possible. Although, I don't suppose you can... Yeah, because these guys have already been defeated once, so you should just be able to just keep pushing and quite quickly. More naval invasions in Amazonas, which is probably going to be right over here. So we have people for that. You go there, and then I'm going to get you to just start the rush here. Make sure we're okay. Another naval invasion planned over here, which might be over there. They retook that territory. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of this, but right now, like, we should be doing a fair amount of stack wipes, because they can't actually be running very far. Whenever we push them to the edge, that's going to be it, unless they miraculously get a transport to carry people away. Sort of, was it like Dunkirk style? Am I thinking the right thing? I think I am. Operation hire all the fishing boats. Okay. Well, we are in position over here, so I think that's going to be okay. Our construction queue. Get some more military factories. Yep. Although, you know what we're going to do is we're going to get the infrastructure in the north rebuilt here. Gets damaged by the fighting. And let's go. Come on. Don't be a wimp. Push, push, push. Even at speed 4, it's amazing how slow the movement is here. Just because of the poor infrastructure and the brutal terrain. There you go. There's another naval invasion there. Which we should be able to hold without too many losses. But it is impacting our ability to push forward down here in the Americas. We just keep getting attacked over and over. Naval bombers will really make a difference. Okay, you guys aren't going to win out, so just hold out for now. Ooh. That may be okay. And if anything, once we push out over here, we can open up a second flank against these guys. There we go, like that. Actually, they just stopped attacking entirely. I don't know if you have an offensive line anymore, but it's going to be here. Yugoslavia has capitulated. I'm going to grab one of these guys. And yeah, exactly. They're going to go and jump behind here. We don't need to win this, just keep them a bit occupied for a little while. Yeah, there's enough mountain. I don't know. Do we standardize in Alpine troops? I'm not sure. Concentrate industry done. Factory repair speed. Production efficiency cap, I think, is what we want more than the factory repair speed. Although, the repair speed will be nice later on. That's going to be okay. These guys are going to get caught out and surrounded. Starved out. Poland refuses the German ultimatum. Danzig or war. And I guess the war started. Okay, technology sharing, done. +1 research slot. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's start powering through the army effort at this point. I think that's what we're going to do. Get some of those, a little bit more experience doesn't hurt, but mostly it's about the research discounts. German Reich declares war on Poland. There we are. Computing machine done. Decryption encryption is actually pretty important for a lot of stuff. I think, I mean, it helps in battle if you've got an encryption bonus, or it hurts you if you have a decryption like penalty. But I think it'll also help to give us warnings about impending naval invasions. So you guys are set to here. I'm going to tell you to halt. Set an offensive line in there. So just hold it for now, get a little bit of planning bonus. Make sure everyone gets back up to full organization. People's Republic of China have capitulated. They're going to try to push out territory over here, which is a little bit surprising. Hopefully we'll get there first. We should, because it's our own territory. We'll defend that. And these guys are currently starving out. So we'll just wait for the, I don't know, what is it, 72-hour grace period or whatever. And it'll grow over time. They've already got a fair amount of attrition, actually. But if they keep attacking me, that means they're going to keep getting reset down to no organization. So we can go ahead and afford to wait a little bit longer. We're still accruing a little bit of some experience there. It'd be nice to get this guy to regular, but he may not be fighting right now. All right, just go ahead. We should be able to flatten them now. And again, that should be a complete stack wipe. Boom. Which is not something you see very often. All right, I'm going to tell you guys to delete all your orders. Instead, you're going to get a front line here. It's going to be a little bit awkward and probably kind of attrition-y. I will tell you to not actually attack. You guys move over there. There we go. And you make sure you move through there to recapture that. Meanwhile, no other invasions planned. Honestly, at this point, part of me is planning, is thinking, well, let's let them land and then just go and, stack wipe them afterwards, because they can't hold it once they're done. Let's get the encryption as well. It's just a good idea to keep that up. So yeah, I'm expecting a fair amount of attrition, and they are landing more troops here. Now, a lot of this colonial garrison, so they're not going to be that good. Average organization strength, average strength. Interesting, I didn't realize we had all that info. Maybe it's the encryption thing. But yeah, we're going to have a fair amount of attrition here, and I'm not sure that we can bop these guys. They're going to have a defensive bonus, and they have more people. We'll make a run at them and see what's what. But most likely we'll just have to hold the line here. We won't need as many people to do that. Ah! I was waiting for that. The Netherlands joining the Allies. So that I can do this. Boom. Thank you, Germany, for declaring war on the Netherlands, thereby allowing me to take some more territory over here. Denying them another port. Well, again, that was not an allied port, so they weren't using it for that, but still. Okay, this is interesting. Their naval invasion didn't come all at once. Which, I don't know, I guess is good for me. Chief of Air Force. Oh, yeah, we're going to want some air support bonus. No, we can live without that for now. Ace generation chancellors. I mean, we're going to want that, but I think the thing to get is actually going to be the armor research speed bonus, because we're going to want that at some point. I don't think there was another law to be changed. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way we keep making progress here. The combat width is only 40 here, which is terrible. Can't bring that much to bear. Apparently the reinforcement ticks aren't happening at the rate that we would have liked there and, as well. Oh, there we go, 80. How come it went from... How was it 40 before? I don't know. Fall of Warsaw. That happened quite quickly. Free military factories. Well, what do we want here? Let's take a look. I suspect we're short on infantry equipment, although... Is that just the latest? No, in general, as well as support equipment. I think we're going to want to go up to the full line of that, and then some of that as well. Some of our stuff is getting blown up, actually, and damaged. Or it might have been damaged in some of the fighting over there. We will be getting the increased... Maybe we'll bring that down. We want to build them, but we're going to get the increased repair speed soon. Numbers have gone down. I don't suspect we're killing them. Although they still have nowhere to retreat, so who knows. You can see, yeah, our reinforcement rate is not what we'd like it to be. Our organization's not great, though. They do have the dig-in and the mountains. Poland's capitulated. It'll be interesting to see. If we just keep applying pressure over here, they may not be able to hold out forever. So we've got that. That's great. That, you are going to be going back over there. Wonderful. And I'm just, yeah, I'm going to lead you not in any sort of organization or anything like that. Now, we could use a lighter weight division setup for these garrisons. Because they've got such a good defensive bonus, we don't need as many heavy units. We just need to make sure we've got enough to have something sitting sort of in every port. Well, we're going to put a cut in here regardless. Yeah, we lost our war goal against Bolivia over here, but we had to defend our borders from the British, from the capitalist scum, really, is what's going on here. And I guess rather than start new wars, I could focus on trying to take more of these islands, which is going to be hard without any real naval superiority or intel in the area. If we do start ramping up our air production, though, and that's actually something I could have done with the military factories. Because we have Fighter 1 now. And we don't have any air experience yet, despite having had a few planes. start building some fighters, then start building some naval bombers, and use that to defend our shores against naval invasions, but also giving us superiority and intel in this area so that we can actually do some island hopping maneuvers. Maybe once we research some Marines, for example. Our research rate, I mean, is going to be... It's not bad, you know? We've got 5 slots. That's pretty much as good as it gets, and so we did start a little slower, but the catch-up should be pretty good, and we can pick a tech route and make some real decisions there. Our industrial base is still a little bit on the weak side, but not that weak. I wonder if I should be doing any, like, political machining over here to just flip some of these guys to be communists instead of just taking them over. It's another way to go. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. I'm happy that we didn't just, like, lose our nation here, because that was a pretty serious naval invasions. That being said, I feel like the war in Europe is heating up a lot, and so I'm hoping that it keeps the Allies out of South America a little bit more. We've got a lot of territory to cover, and that's not easy to do with what we've got going on over here. What are you short on? Infantry equipment, yeah. So that's what we're desperately trying to build up, but... How are we doing on artillery? Actually, we've got a crap ton of artillery. I think I'm going to pull back on that. Just do that. I didn't realize we had such a surplus going on. And I will cap that out, but I'm happy that we're starting to build some fighters. That's going to be important. Start getting that production efficiency up. I'm going to be okay with that. And then we'll bookmark a little bit more space there. Get that 3-to-1 ratio, which seems to work early on. Especially as you start adding support companies to our divisions. I mean, actually, let me take a quick look over here. Yeah, we've got everything we can possibly have attached here. This setup is good. I'm generally happy with this. Again, I'm still considering, like, maybe mountain divisions, but we haven't even, like, gotten that tech yet. But there is a lot of mountains, so maybe. We need, like, jungle specialists is what we need. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I will see you guys next time.